Alright, so I'm going to set this cell builder up this morning. Got a busy day, wide open, and then I found out today's the kids' awards day at school, and got to go see the awards day and do the eating lunch. Calling for rain this afternoon, but I'm going to try to get this cell builder set up. Go ahead and get my graft frame put in there. That way, as soon as I get done doing all that stuff, even if it's raining, I can come out here and jerk me a frame out of the hive that I'm going to graft from, and I can graft them in my truck and go ahead and throw the grafts in this hive. They'll be fine since the cell builder's already set up. So hopefully we don't get eat up doing this, but we got to do it quick. I ain't got but about 5 minutes or so, and then I've got to be gone. Well, I got about 5 minutes to do this, then I got to go get ready. So we're gonna do it the kind of the Michael Palmer way. About 10 days ago, 8-10 days ago, put this this box of brood here on there. This medium super here also had brood in it. Got it all above a queen excluder, so this is going on this bottom board. The bees from this super are going right here. This part with the queen is going to go over here on this bottom board, facing the opposite direction since this hive's going that way. All the workers will come out of this one and go back to this one. So this 3-box system here is going to go to 1 box. It's going to be packed full of bees, and the only thing that's going to be left in this box over here is the nurse bees that's on the brood that's down here, and what few worker bees kind of figure it out. So the goal is to get a 1 box absolutely packed full of bees, no brood except for the grafts that I'm going to put in later today. And I don't really want to smoke them a lot because I don't really want to run all these bees in this box. I really don't want to run all them down in the bottom. I want to kind of keep them the way they are naturally, so I'm going to try not to smoke them a whole lot. Now that I've got it unassembled, I can smoke them a little bit now, because now they can't all run to the bottom. This is the section with the queen. Just gonna move them over here, put them on this bottom. Get it centered up. Now a lot of people would shake bees out of that box into this box over here. I'm not gonna do that today. I do want to check this bottom board though, make sure the queen's not on this bottom board. And I do not see her. most of the brood's hatched off this frame and they're backfilling it with honey. Now this hive down here, it's actually got a frame feeder in it, so I'm gonna take the frame feeder out and drop this frame in there. But by doing that, I just made room for my graft frame. Got one under my sleeve. All right. Them bees there ain't happy. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this graft frame in there. All right, and I'm just gonna button these things up for now, because let's see. Shoot, I'm already out of time. I'm gonna button these things up, and then whenever I come back and get ready to do my grafts, then I will get all these bees and shake them in here, and I'm just gonna put this super back over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a feeder on this one. Not gonna put anything in it yet, but I will when I drop my grafts in there. All right, so that's step one. We took the queen right section from this box, moved it over here. We got it facing the opposite direction. The bees that come out of the queen right section will fly back over here to this box. And so we dropped the two queenless parts down. And so now we'll leave them sitting for a couple hours, let them realize that they're queenless, and they can get on there and clean up them cell cups, and we'll be ready to graft after lunch. Alright, so can I tell y'all this has been a day. I planned all this queen rearing and had no clue that today was awards day. And it has been a day. So earlier I'm back, you can see I changed clothes. Still don't have a lot of time. Just to recap, queen right section that was on the bottom here is now over here. I dropped these two down. I said when I got back I was going to try to get the bees out of this super. Well, we're going to do it the quick way today. That was 9 o'clock when I did that earlier. It is now right at 1 o'clock. I had Kinsley's awards at 9:30. I had lunch with Kelton at 10:45. I had lunch with Kinsley at 11:55. And I just got back home. Like I say, it's about 1. I've got Kelton's awards day at 1:30. So we're going to try to keep making progress on this queen rearing. I have a fume board here. Just like you would use a fume board to get bees out of a super to rob honey, I'm going to do the same thing to get these bees out of this super, so I can basically, I don't care if I get them all out, I just want most of them out. I'm going to run most of the bees out of this brown super down into this bottom box. I'm going to take this brown super off. There's no queen in here. Take the brown super off, still got a little bit of brood in it, and I'm going to put them back over here on the queen right section and let them deal with that. So we're gonna do that right now. And then hopefully by the time awards day's over and all that and I get back home, hopefully it's not gonna be raining and thunderstorming like they're calling for. Then we're gonna go get a frame, we're gonna graft into it, and we're gonna drop our grafts into this box. We're gonna leave them in this box for about 5 days. After 5 days, you know, they're gonna cap them on day 8. We're gonna try to graft 3.5 to 4 day old larvae, leave them in here for 5 days. It's gonna be completely no brood possible to make a queen in this bottom box. Really not much brood at all. There probably ain't none except for cap brood in this bottom box. So we're gonna have this bottom box packed absolutely full of bees. They're gonna have no queen, absolutely no hope. In a couple hours, we're gonna drop some grafts in here, and they're gonna jump on them grafts and draw them out. And I'm gonna have this feeder on top with a pollen patty on top. We're gonna get some big, beautiful queen cells packed full of royal jelly, just like we want. And we're gonna make some good queens. So let's get these bees out of this box so we can get back to awards day, and then hopefully eventually we'll get to grafting some queens. I don't know where my hive tool is. Oh, there it is. I can't never find the hive tool. Now this stuff here is all natural. You used to get it at Brushy Mountain. I don't know where I'm gonna get it now, but it smells like almonds. They say it smells like almonds. To me it smells like cherries, but the bees do not like it. I normally do an X, spraying, and then a circle. That's all I do. Alright, y'all see all them bees on there? Now we'll leave that on for just a little bit. We don't want to leave it on too long, because if you leave it on too long, you'll run every bee in the whole hive out. We don't want to do that. We just want to run them out of this super. I'm going to move the camera so y'all can see the front of this hive. Alright, so there's the front of the hive. We'll leave that on there for just a little bit. You probably start seeing some bees coming out of there. You'll start seeing a lot more crowding on the front of that box as them bees get shoved from that super, because that super's full of bees, and that hive body is too. So as them bees come out of that super, you're going to see a lot more crowding on the front of that hive. A few more bees out there. When you start seeing bees, now look at them bees. Let me zoom in here. You see them, you'll see them start to pile out of there. When you start seeing them come out of there pretty good, you got to get ready to start to take that fume board off. Go. You see, they don't like that stuff. All right. All right, so there is our cell builder. All them bees in the air is going to settle back on that hive, and it should be really crowded in there. And like I say, the key is no brood whatsoever. And when I put my grafts in there, I'm going to feed them heavy, and they're going to make me some nice queens. All right, let's get back to awards day. All right, so we got that cell builder done, and we got it put together just in time for the rain. We'll see how those bees do. The only thing I really done after I shut the camera off, I went down there, I put the brood frame that I was grafting from back in that hive that it came from. I went and put my grafts, well, I put my grafts in my cell builder first, and then I put my brood frame back in its hive. Threw the feeder on there. I put an Ultra Bee pollen patty on the cell builder. I also had some honey. I went to my little girl's 3rd grade class last week, and we talked about the science of honey production, talked about centrifugal force and how we sling the honey out of the comb, using an extractor, and I took 4 frames of honey up there, and we actually extracted that honey in the class, let them get a little taste test. But I had that honey and really didn't want to go through the trouble of filtering it and or straining it out and trying to put it in jars. So basically took that honey, it was probably somewhere around a half a gallon of honey, and I put it on top of my cell builder. I'm gonna let them eat that, and once they get that eat down, which is probably won't take them a day or two, then I'm gonna put some 2-to-1 sugar syrup on them. So I got them fed and got them set up, and we'll see. You know, today's Monday afternoon. Those eggs should have been, oh, can't answer that. Those eggs should have been 3.5 to 5 days old. So, you know, based on the calendar, should be 5 days after grafting or so, we should have capped queen cells. So we should have capped queen cells on Friday. I probably will not mess with that hive a whole lot between now and then. Well, I know I won't mess with that hive any time between now and then, but I may try to get back down there Friday and actually put the queen right section back with the cell builder and kind of reunite those and get those going again. Obviously separating the queen right section from my cells with the queen excluder, and then hopefully next week we will be ready to make some splits with all those queens that they're going to raise. So now that we got that done, we caught our first swarm trap of 2019 yesterday on Sunday, and this video you're going to be watching on Thursday, but I have to go film the video of transferring that swarm trap to its hive now, and you will watch that video on Tuesday. So by the time you see this queen rearing video, you'll have already watched. Hopefully, if you have not watched the swarm trap video, then you need to go watch it. So we got to get that done, and hopefully I can get that done in between some of these rain showers we got going on. So if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.